Hello, fellow cheaters. It's me. I'm back again. Thanks for the awesome response on the video yesterday. Another 1 out of 10. You guys are watching the video. You're getting it. Appreciate all the comments, all the likes, all the new subscribers. Thank you. That's what we do around here. We sprinkle in some gameplay discussion videos, and then we talk about people who just blatantly lie about the game. So yeah, that was yesterday's video, and in yesterday's video, today actually, I got a comment about how quick I was to dismiss the idea of the big grand idea that every casual shitter has on Reddit, is the fact that we need game masters from the player base who are going to log into the game and ban only the most egregious cheaters, and it all sounds so good on paper. And yeah, if that solution wasn't absolutely fundamentally cancer and flawed to its core, I would say yeah, you could definitely do that. But the reason I'm so against that, and I am wholly and totally against ever giving power to anyone in the player base to ban another player because they think they are cheating. And you guys will go in, well, they would only be allowed to ban the most obvious cheaters. The guy flying around, you know, the guy killing 100 or 850 fucking people in an hour. But Lex, they'd only ban the most obvious cheaters. Okay, I agree. They'd help with that for sure. So you ban that guy, and he comes back, and you ban him. And you ban him, 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 and you ban him. Because the guy that's doing it is a fucking, probably some unemployed fucking European, pathetic shitter loser. Did you guys go and read about his reasoning as to why he's even doing it in the first place? At first I was like, before I had learned anything about the guy, before the chat logs of his conversations had been posted, I was like, oh, he's just another bored loser shitter. But it turns out he's trying to, I think what he's trying to do is push a message. He's taking a stand and taking a stance and putting it out there by cheating and killing 1,000 people per hour with a fucking Sunderer. He's making it known that he has a problem with the rampant, absolutely rampant, disgusting state of cheating in this game. And I have read that. I've read those kinds of tells for, man, going on over a decade now. I have read every single fucking iteration and version of the soy butthurt player that you're just better than, that you fucking absolutely piss on and obliterate or farm the fuck out of them. And I gotta be honest with you guys, I've been playing on alternate characters the last couple weeks, and I'm not playing prime time. I play off hours, man, and dude, these fucking players are so bad. They are so shit. I always hear this shit about how, oh, the players are so much better now, and Rel supposedly raised the floor. He spent 7 years trying to raise the floor of these, as I mentioned in the video yesterday, he spent 7 years trying to raise the floor of these absolutely awful at the game, 40-year-old boomer fucking shit dick suckers at the game. You guys suck ass. And I'm going to call out in particular, Emerald TR has the fucking worst players I have ever seen in the game. I'll just leave that out there. Because when I log on at night, or early in the morning, I'm looking for that fucking TR farm, man. Dude, the TR fucking players, oh my god. I had an hour session the other night, and I think the last, I guess it would have been like 3 or 4 in the morning. it was at Waterson's on Unstable Esamir, and I think I was there for about 40 minutes, maybe less, maybe more like 25, 30 minutes, but that's neither here nor there. And for whatever reason, I was running Recursion Stat Tracker, which I haven't really done in a long time, but I've been watching people stream, and some of their trackers are funny, and I think I've got one of the funnier trackers, the Soggy and Friends private voice pack. And I just had it on for whatever fucking reason. And when I got finished this session, I was like, it's one of those sessions where you log out and you're like, holy shit. And you go and look at the kill board was that night is when the kill board and everything broke with the API, but the Recursion Stat Tracker fucking thing. And it was just, dude, when I tell you at this fight, you know, there's a voice call out for getting 9 headshots in a row, 9 headshot kills in a row. I did that 3 separate times at one fight. And I think I probably had around an 85 to 90% headshot rate at this particular fight. And if you would look at my kill board, it's just the dark headshot, and almost the only spaces that were not headshots were when I died, which I think I died like maybe 3 times. And looking at all this stuff, and looking at that, and how I'm still able to play, because over the years I've gotten better. Like Rel said this, that people freeze you in time and all, and people think that I'm still the same player that I was in like 2015 when I was playing farmers and shit. Like, you're fucking stupid, man. Not even close. Because every year that I've played the game, I've actively worked on something. I've tried to improve. Now, the game around you changes, and the balance of the game changes, and a lot more bullshit in the game now, but when it comes to shooting, guys, right now, me in the game at age 37, some of you, I make fun of 40-year-olds, and the guy was like, I feel attacked. Well, I'm not far behind you, bro. I'm 37, but my 37 is, I'm a very, very different 37-year-old than a lot of the PlanetSide 2 players that are playing, okay? So when I make these new characters and I get to see and chart, like, holy fuck, like, still all my stats are the fucking same, except my accuracy is like, I have an anchor that's 47, 57, which is like, sometimes, like I said, sometimes I log out and I'm like, holy fuck. Like, legitimately, I almost feel bad. All right, quick jump cut. It's about to rain its ass off, so I had to fucking move out from outside. We're on the back porch again, and where was I? Yeah, I was talking about stats and improving at the game over time. And basically, I'm shooting and killing these guys for off hours, like, an insane fucking level, personally. And of course, there's less people to kill on off hours, so KPM is lower in the fight, so I get more spread out. And when your one fight kind of like dies out, like, you just kind of have to log and just take it. But the reason I'm talking about that is not to brag. I'm not trying to show off. I'm not trying to brag at all. What I'm saying is, to a man, every single one of those players that I'm killing like that thinks I'm a cheater, right? Every single one of those guys at that fight that I'm sitting there killing 9 headshots in a row, 3 separate times at that Waterson's fight, every single one of those guys thinks I'm a blatant cheater. And I play in a small group of people who get that same treatment. I play with a guy right now who has been playing for the last 2 to 3 weeks, that every time he logs in late night, we're about to get slammed. If they recognize him, if these players recognize him, they instantly all pull maxes. That's what we're talking about. They think They think we are literally just blatant cheaters. So my question, taking that huge tangent and the cut and the skip, after going on that tangent, coming back to the Game Master thing, everybody wants to say that, their powers will be super limited and all this and that, and in a perfect situation, they'll just ban the most blatant guys. Well, what happens getting back to the stupid-ass cheater, what happens when that guy finally gets I don't know, either gets a job and gets employed and doesn't have fucking 24 hours a day to sit and fucking run around cheating in a dead 1,200 player game? So let's just say that this guy who's running around cheating right now gets gainfully employed, and he has a job. Let's say that happens, or he gets a girlfriend, or I don't know, gets invested in watching a TV show or something, or gets some kind of fucking life besides wasting his life killing people in a fucking dead ass game. Okay, what happens when he's gone? Who's the obvious blatant cheater now? Because every night I log in, or every morning I log in, and I play against people who think I'm a blatant cheater. And you would look at my stats, and a normal average player would look at my accuracy stats and my IVI stats and think that I'm cheating. Of course, they don't know anything. And I know legitimate players that shoot 70, 80% if they really want to. Sometimes, man, if you get in the right fights against the right people at the right time, it's pretty insane what you can actually do. So what happens when the guy flying the bus around killing everyone goes away? Who's the blatant cheater now, guys? Who's the most obvious blatant cheater then? Oh, well, Lex, we take that power away. Really? Because you want to have the war powers. You want the war powers given to you during the war, but are you going to really give them up afterwards? Or are they going to take them away from you? The whole thing just stinks because I don't care what anyone says. I don't care who you are. The personal bias and the inability of real players to determine who is cheating and who's not, outside of... Sometimes even extremely blatant cheaters might not actually be, or people you think are blatant cheaters, like I mentioned in my example, people you think are blatant cheaters are not actually cheaters. So, yeah, outside of the going nuclear, 1,000 kills per hour, like I mentioned in the video, we just have to lower the parameters, and then we constantly have to lower the parameters until... You're going to start banning I'm getting wet. Oh, shit. You're going to have to keep lowering the parameters until you're starting to ban people with a 2 kpm. Because that's how bad the players are in this game. I don't think you guys realize... I think a lot of you guys don't actually realize when you dig through the numbers and you look at the actual stats... how bad the players in the game actually fucking are. If you want to see what the fuck is doing outside, I actually can't. Can I turn it around? I don't think I can. Look at that. Fucking crazy. Yeah. So that's a big fucking problem. It's a big fucking problem that needs to be solved. This is a problem that cannot be solved by players in the community. As I said to the guy in the comment, that's not the player base's job. Anti-cheat and banning people who are cheating that's not the player base's job. Okay? There's somebody in charge of that working on the fucking game. Okay? They get paid a salary to work on the game to do that. So, as I said to the guy working on the game that's responsible for that needs to do his fucking job. It's not the job of the player base. And I don't care how righteous you think you are. I don't care how righteous you think you are. I don't care how much you think you know about what stats are cheaters and what aren't. I don't care how much people in the community like you or don't like you. The player base can never have the power to fucking remove players because they think they're cheating. That's a big, dark, fucking stinky, rotted sewer anus hole to go down. And especially in this community, which is, like I said, full to the brim of dog shit. I mean, the entire reason there's a guy flying around killing people with a Sunder right now is because it's some shitty player who thinks that everyone's cheating. So I don't want to give people like that the ability to fucking stop me from playing the game. Okay? That's the basic answer there. Once you start giving people the power, or that kind of power to remove players from the actual game, it goes downhill from there. And I know some people be like, well, that's a slippery slope fallacy and all this bullshit. And it's like, well, I think you have to be prepared for that possibility. But at the same time, you guys think that we're going to have these altruistic game masters that just ban this guy and never... I'm sure there would be some that are good. I'm sure there would be some people who are not fucking subhuman losers. But there's way too many subhuman fucking biased, cringe fucking losers in this game's community to where it's going to end badly at some point. And you trust me, you guys aren't going to give up that power just once this guy gets a job. Okay? Probably not going to happen. So, yeah. Beyond that, it's not the player's responsibility to be anti-cheat. It's just not. And if the guy that's working on the security and the anti-cheat for the game that you're paying money to, or I'm sorry, I don't mean it, it's probably a DEI hire. If that individual is not capable of thinking up solutions or creating solutions for themselves or thinking out of the box or, I don't know, figuring it the fuck out. If they're not capable of doing that, then they need to lose their jobs or need to be moved to a different, work in a different part of the game. Yeah. I'm not going to be the one to replace someone who just needs to be doing their fucking job. Okay? There's people for that. It's not the role of the player base to ban cheaters. It should never be that. Okay? You know what our job is? Our job is to play the game and pay you money. You know, and buy cosmetics and do that. That's our job. Your job is to make a workable game, iterate on the game to improve it over time, protect the player base from adverse game conditions, as in the servers constantly going down, the API being fucking broken, an unemployed European fucking loser flying around killing everybody. That's your fucking job. And if you can't do it, then you need to be fired and someone replaced with someone who can or has the balls to do it or has the know-how or knowledge to do it. So yeah.